Take a quick listen to this recording just for a second. It's 94 years old. You can kind of hear it. Okay, that's Hoagy Carmichael, the composer of the song's music, in 1930, shortly after he composed the song, with a man named Stuart Gorell. Hoagy recorded it in 1930 in RCA Victor Studios on East 24th Street in Manhattan. 94 years ago, Stuart Gorell was a bit of a one-hit wonder in the sense that he and Hoagy were apparently good friends living in New York City back then. Hoagy, of course, was an actor, singer, and songwriter, and Stuart wrote the lyrics for this tune called Georgia on My Mind. Hoagy did the music, and for the rest of his life, from what I read, Stuart Gorell never wrote another word. He eventually became a vice president of Chase Bank, kind of like the Ralph Cramden thing. You know, it's a shame. He wasted his life, you know, never wrote another song. He only became the vice president of Chase Manhattan Bank. Anyway, I thought it would be a good tune to look at a few different aspects. If you're new to sight reading on the guitar, it's kind of good to work on in a sense because it's got a very limited range of only an octave plus one note. So it's difficult for me to see what you can see, but I tried to set it up here. The space notes in our treble clef for guitar music are F, A, C, and E. And you know, the bottom space is F, 4th string, 3rd fret. The next bass note up is A, 3rd string, 2nd fret. C is that next bass note, and the open E is the top space note. So if you play F, A, C, E, those are the 4 space notes. They're also an F major 7 arpeggio. Okay, if we look at the line notes, and I know this is rudimentary, if you read already, you can just kind of fast forward. The line notes are E, G, B, D, and F, and they're right here. Okay, so the typical Mel Bay Alfred book line notes: E, 4th string, 2nd fret, G, 3rd string open, B natural would be the open 2nd string, D is the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and the F is the 1st string, 1st fret. Of course, Georgia on My Mind is in the key of F major. The distinguishing characteristic for the key of F major is that all of the B's are flatted. So our line notes for Georgia are going to be E, like before, G. We're going to tend to play more B flats instead of the open B natural. And we're going to also have D and F. Okay, so there's a little diagram here. I don't know if you can make it out, but yeah, it's basically Mel Bay stuff. Open 4th string is D, 2nd fret E, 3rd is F. Open 3rd string is G, 2nd fret is A. Open 2nd string is B, C is the 1st fret, D is the 3rd fret. The song's highest note, as far as I can see, is E, which we play open on that 1st string. So if you can make your way over here, just to look at the notes that I've written out, I think you can see that. Let's give it a shot. The notes are, the idea here is that if you kind of know how the tune goes, which I think most people do have an idea how the tune goes, this would be like an entree to learning how to identify a note by its placement on the staff and then playing it. So if you recall, the 3rd string, 2nd fret is A, 2nd string, 1st fret is C, 2nd measure of the tune goes A, open G, F, G, A, C, open E, D, B flat, D, A, G, C, sharp. So the G open, you could picture being here. The tune throws in a G sharp there. Okay. And then if we go through the second time through, A, C, A, G, A, D, A, G, F, G, A, C, E, D. We're going to jump now to our second ending, which is B flat down to D. 2 A's to F. The middle section of the tune is nice. It's kind of centered on D minor for a while. Let's take a look at that. That's open D to F on the same string, open G, A, sorry, F, D, F, D, F, G, A, C, A, B natural, okay, D, F, G, A, C, D, E, D, C, A, C, C, A, G. Okay, so you get the idea. You can use the tune to practice reading the pitches. Again, if you remember that our space notes on the guitar, F, A, C, open E on the first string. Line notes normally are E, open G, open B, D, and F. However, this song being in the key of F major throws in a B flat once in a while. The other thing which I'm not really proficient at, but I'd like to get better at it, is this whole thing of solfeggio, sight singing, which is in a manner of speaking, it's ear training. I can't sing, so that's always a big impediment. But if over here, if you look at the notes for an F major scale, okay, so the notes for an F major scale, of course, start on F, that's do, G is re, A is mi, B flat is fa, C is so, D is la, and E is T. So if you sang the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Okay, so if we try to do a little bit of that just to get a flavor for it over here, in black you have the syllables, mi, so, mi, re. So because I can't sing, I'm going to do it with the guitar. Mi, so, mi, re. Okay, now there's an error here, and I just noticed it before when I was coming through. Let me just fix it right here. This is actually a D. This is a D, and that's a La. Okay? Sorry about the mess. So I had it as a C, it's really a D. So if we take it from right here, it's going to be Mi, La, Mi, Re. Continuing on with the F, it's going to be Do. Do, Re, Mi, So, Ti, La, Fa, La, Mi, Re, So, La, 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 Me. Now, Me is actually the lowered Mi. Okay? So let's not worry too much about that right now. And then the second ending, when we get to it, is going to be Fa, La, Mi, Mi, Do. The middle section, if you use the syllables, La, Do, Re, Mi, Do, La, Do, La, Do, Re, Mi, So, Mi. I'm not sure what to call that one because it's out of the scale, but let's continue. Over here, we have that D is going to be La, La, Do, Re, Mi, So, La, Ti, La, So, Mi, So, So, Mi, Re. And finishing it up, we have the A, which is Mi, that's the third note in the scale. Mi, So, Mi, Re, Mi, La, Mi, Again, I don't know what to call this. Okay, that's B flat. That would actually be the fa. Fa, la, mi, do. Okay. So we're moving along. I don't know how interested you are in that, but I'm always interested in trying to develop my ears more, and that's an excellent way to do it. As I mentioned once before, I had a teacher who could just put any piece of music in front of him, if it was single notes, and he, never having heard the tune, not even knowing what this tune was, he could just sing the whole melody, just looking at the notes on the staff. I can't do that at all, as you can see. If we take a look at the tune's harmony, it's in the key of F, and F major 7, starting here. So I'm going to call it out and play it. F major 7 is the 1 chord in the key of F. There's two different ways of looking at the next two chords. I first looked at it as a 7 chord, E minor 7 flat 5. That's the 7th chord that appears in the key of F. To A7, which would be the 5 of 6. Okay, so in F, we have the F chord is 1. The D minor 7 is the 6th chord. The 5 of that D minor is A7. So you can call it the 5 of 6. However, if you look at it in a more simple way, the E minor 7 flat 5 is the 2 chord going to the 5 chord in D minor. So another way of looking at the same chords, E minor 7 flat 5 is the 2 to the 5 and then to the 1. Then it just, the bass note descends. I wouldn't know what to call this, which is the G with B in the bass. I think it's just a little transitional thing. This, of course, is the 4 minor in the key of F major. It's a B minor 7, no, sorry, B minor 6, B flat minor 6. Trying to look at what I'm doing on the screen with my fingers, and I'm also trying to read what I have on the board. B flat minor 6 is the 4 minor chord. Going back to the 1, F major 7. Now this D7, that's 5 of 2, because F major is the 1 chord, F minor is the 2 chord. The 5 of the 2 chord G minor, so F major to G minor, and the 5 of G minor is D7. Then we continue on. We have G minor is the 2, going to the 5, C7. Then we have A minor 7, going to D7. That's the 3 chord, going to the 5 of 2. We explained that earlier, I think. Going to the 2 chord G minor 7. And at the end of the line there, we have C7, sharp 5. Okay. Let's just jump ahead to the second ending here. You know, you go back, you repeat the A section that we just did. Then when you come to the second ending, it's the 2 chord G minor 7 to the 5 chord C7 and going to the F6. This E flat 9 is kind of the 5 of the flat 3, a little too complicated for me. And then we're back to F6, okay? Then E minor 7 flat 5 to A7. Now we're into that middle section which centers a lot around D minor. So in the key of F, D minor is the 6th chord. G minor 6 would be the 2 chord. D minor 7 is also the 6th chord. B flat 7. Let's not worry about what number that is. D minor, G minor 6, D minor, G7, temporarily in the key of C there. D minor, now D minor with C sharp in the bass, D minor with C in the bass to B minor 7 flat 5 to E7. 3 chord is A minor. The 6th chord, but made into a dominant 7, is D7. 2 chord is G minor 7, C7 is 5, and we're back home. Okay, so in terms of ideas for improvising, One thing I've been working with lately is the first chord is an F major 7, or F major 7. You can do it up there with the root on root on the 5th string. Holding the guitar in a very weird angle, trying to get it in the shot there. One thing you can do over the F major 7 is think A minor. Now for the E minor 7, going to A7. One thing you could do is just start on E and play a major scale. What you're doing is you're starting on E and playing an F major scale. So it's 2 beats on E minor 7 flat 5, 2 beats on A7. You could do something like, and then land on the D minor, to G major, B flat minor 6th, to F, D7, G minor 7, okay. So I tend to spell out the chord because I don't have great ears. I can't just spontaneously make up interesting melodies and then instantly play them. I can't do that. So if I was going to try to solo over this first part of the tune, okay, so anyway, just a little bit about Georgia on My Mind by Hoagy Carmichael and Stuart Gorell. Interestingly enough, this song, over the years, has made it into the U.S. Hot 100, you know, these pop record listings that they have. 1966, it was a hit for the Righteous Brothers. 1968, it was a hit for Wes Montgomery. I never realized that. In 78, Willie Nelson had it on his Stardust album. And in 1990, Michael Bolton was in the top 5 recordings with Georgia. Georgia was also the very first #1 single on the U.S. Hot 100 for Ray Charles. Now, Ray Charles was born in Albany, Georgia. And as a young person, his family moved to Florida. The other interesting side note is Hoagy Carmichael had a sister named Georgia. So in actuality, even though this is now the official song of the state of Georgia, it may really have nothing to do with the state. It may just be really about Hoagy's sister, who I'm sure he was quite fond of. I guess her name was Georgia Carmichael. Anyway, I hope that's something you can learn from. I hope you like the tune. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Pretty soon I'm going to do a rundown and an in-depth lesson on a solo guitar chord melody arrangement of this. And thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.